Hi everyone, my name is Trey with Student of the Leaf. And today I'm actually sitting here with Carlos. What's the last name?
Valencia.
We're going full government here. And today we're actually just going to sit and talk about life and cigars and your journey.
Sounds like a plan.
Does it? So we're actually here in Visalia, California, and it's crazy how we met.
Yeah.
Do you remember how we met? As you're lighting your cigar?
Something along the lines of this, and was it at the lounge or was it at Oktoberfest?
There we go.
Yeah.
So, started up Student of the Leaf and everything like that. It was starting to emanate from the cigar lounge, Troy's shop, Sequoia Cigar in Visalia, California. And, started getting on Instagram and YouTube. Yes. And then out of nowhere, he's like, hey, I know you.
Yeah.
At Oktoberfest. Yeah. And I'm like, no, me, I'm a nobody. You got me confused with somebody. And then it just started from there. Come to find out, you are a huge connoisseur of cigars.
I try.
You have an extensive humidor.
Yes.
You have all the accoutrements, like this right here, this Perdomo 12-year aged lighter that's got some weight to it. Yeah. Like, I love this thing, man.
It's hefty.
Yes.
It's hefty.
This is a man's lighter right here. Or woman's lighter, because women like heavy things too. So one of the things that I wanted to do ever since we met, it was last year, I want to say around Oktoberfest. Is that in September?
It's always the last week of September. Well, here it is. Yeah.
And it's called Oktoberfest. It's always throwing me off, right?
Yeah. In Germany, I'm pretty sure it's in September. I'm not 100% sure on that one, but I'm pretty sure their Oktoberfest is in September.
And ever since we met, and after we've sat and talked, I always wanted to sit down with you and actually have you on the show. Mm. So thank you for actually doing the show with me.
Oh, anytime.
It's been in the works for a while, right?
Yep. Yeah.
And our schedules just aligned, so this is good. You're now here on season 2 of Student of the Leaf. Let's talk about you now.
All right. Shoot it.
What made you fall in love with cigars or the cigar culture? Was it the chicken or the egg? Which one came first?
I think it was just, at first it was a spark of interest, just seeing it. I seen like some videos on YouTube. I was like around 19, and I've always wanted to try it. I always had thought in my head, oh, smoking's bad for you. And then I tried it once with some classmates from school, and at first I was like, eh. And then the second time I tried it, I had more of an infused, and then I was like, the infused flavor kind of got me. I was like, oh, it's not bad. But after the first time, rookie mistake, I inhaled all that good stuff.
Now, did you almost like die?
Yeah. Oh yeah, definitely. I probably died twice. So, yeah. So the second time, when I was smoking with my brother-in-law, and my brother had told me about it too before. Pretty much like, don't inhale, taste of smoke, like that. And then tried that stick out, and I was like, oh, it's not bad. I liked it. And then, like, probably, I remember a couple months later, I don't know why, I was like, man, I'm craving a cigar. And I've only had 2 in my entire life. And then, so like next time, I was able to afford, I went to go buy another one. And then next time I got to smoke it, I smoked it. I was like, it's not bad. And like, not what I remembered. And then that's kind of what sparked the interest. And I just started looking more into it, how to store them, how to smoke them. you know, it's just things like that, and that's kind of what set it off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And how long ago was that? Did you say?
I was 19, 20, and then when I was wanting to smoke more, when that's when I was like about 20, 21, and then I'd go to Sequoia, I'd go grab one. There's a liquor store that carried them in their store too. I would, like, we'd have a, you know, get together like at my brother-in-law's or like some of my coworkers, you know, house, and bonfire. I'd go buy a cigar, bust it out, and then I'd be smoking, and then just turn little by little, and then I was like, you know what, I want one of those little boxes. And
yes.
I failed horribly at the first cigar storage I had. You know, I thought it was just any box will do. You know, no humidification, all that good stuff. So
Now, was it at least a wooden box?
yes, it was a wooden box, but it was a laminated wooden box.
And it probably wasn't lined with cedar.
No, I honestly, I couldn't tell you if it was cedar or not.
Okay. Well, so, and I know that you said that it started out 19 or 20 years old, which was, back then it was legal. And I'm saying back then, like, it was so far.
Yeah, smoking age was 18.
Yeah, so, smoking age was 18, and they just recently changed that law to now 21.
Yeah.
You know, I've got my own views on that.
Yeah. I don't think it's 18.
18, right? It should be 18. Like, you're a legal adult at 18. You can carry a handgun at 18 legally. You can fight in any, you know, service at 18. So anyway, that's a whole nother thing. So your journey went from 19 or 20 years old.
Yeah.
Do you remember what that first cigar was, though?
Actually, yeah. I tell, like, it's one I recommend to everybody. Like, I call it, you know, it's like your first, you know, your first love. You always remember, like, your first love. So, and it was the Isla del Sol.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, the natural.
The natural, okay.
Yeah. Back, because at the time, the only reason it was that one is because I'd never gone into cigar lounge. I've never, you know, been into a humidor before. I went to Sequoia Cigar. The first, like, you know, I didn't make much money back then.
Yeah.
So the first thing you look for, what did they look for? The cheapest priced one, and that one was $4. So I was like, sold. I was like, I can start with that one. So yeah, so that was like my first stick, and I kept picking that one up a couple times, and then I started branching off. I seen some other ones, and then that's when it was non-infused and so on and so on. Yeah, but that was my first.
Isla del Sol.
Isla del Sol.
You want to know something funny? I've never had one.
Really?
You're
gonna have one today.
Oh my gosh, I'm fine. I'm fine. You know what's crazy? When I first started, it was back in 2005 when I was in Iraq, and I didn't know what I was doing. I was ordering off of Cigars International, and I want to say it was Romeo and Julieta because I like the name. I was like, oh, that sounds cool, you know? It's like love, whatever. Don't know if I liked it or not, but when I actually got serious about cigars, the very first cigar that I had was a sweet tip cigar. I don't know if you know the Rough Riders.
Sounds familiar.
It's a sweetened tipped cigar. Rough Riders by, I want to say, Indian Heads.
Oh yeah. Oh, those have been. Yeah, it's been a while.
Yeah. So that's actually what got me into, oh, okay, this is decent, this is good. And then I started doing the Java Mint, and all of those. And then it was like, okay, let me get into, you know, actual full flavored, you know, premium, unflavored cigars. And I can say that I love it. Now, going back to a flavored cigar, I've tried it. It's just not my jam.
No, me either. At first it hooked me. It hooked me where I wanted more of the flavor for a bit, but then it's just, you know, obviously, you know, some are mixed filler, some are long filler, and when the first couple of ones that I've had that were long, you know, premium long filler, like, you could taste the quality of the tobacco, and I was like, oh man, this tastes way different.
Correct.
But without the infuse, and then little by little, I just like wanted better that, and then I just went away from the infused, and you know, every time I would go back to an infused, I was like, oh man, it tastes like cologne, and like, you know, so then I was like, then I just stuck with that. And after that, yes, I've never craved them. Every time if I pick one up, like about a year ago, when Troy took over, there's those Tatiscans, they're sweet and tipped, and I didn't know that they're made by Aladino.
Okay.
And I didn't know they're sweet and tipped. I never had one, so I tried it out.
Yeah.
Cut it, lit it, put it in my mouth. Whoa! Like touching the battery. I was like, oh, it's sweetened. I was like, not what I was in for, but you know.
But it was just the tip.
Yeah, just the tip.
So I know that you said you're going to set me up with the Isla del Sol today.
Yes.
But when you went back to the infused or whatever cigars, you said that it gave you a taste of cologne. Now I have to ask you, is the Isla del Sol more of an Axe body spray style cologne or Gucci?
Nah, it's probably like those little Tommy Hilfiger ones you find at the dollar store or something like that. Yeah, more along those lines.
Just to put on the wrist. Oh man. All right, just for you, I will have one today. Just to say that I've tried one at least, right?
Yeah, why not?
Yeah, you got to explore, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Expand your palate. Anyway, so you've been smoking pretty much, and I think we're about the same age.
Yes.
About 35, 36, 37, 38?
I'll be 34.
34, okay. Yeah, see, 34. Yeah, I said 35. Sorry, right there.
Right? Yes, I'll be 34. I had to double think about it. I had to double check.
You're getting old, bro.
Yes.
Once you hit 30, it's like you just forget what age you are. Yes. But anyway, so you've been smoking for a good amount of time, though.
Yeah.
Have you seen any trends in like the cigar culture, or does it pretty much stay the same for you when it comes down to the caliber of person who smokes cigars?
In the time that I've been, in the hobby, the number one thing trend-wise that's gotten bigger and bigger, which there was like none of at the beginning, is the social media part. Like, there was nothing. Like, you would YouTube something, maybe you'd find a documentary, you'd find, there's very few people that would have some, videos on cigars, but there was very little like social media or Facebook pages, MySpace pages, none of that. But now that's the trend I see, is like every company, every brand, they're out there now.
Yes.
And before it was not out there.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it was crazy, coronavirus happened, and one thing that I noticed is that all of the major players started doing the virtual herfs, to still stay engaged with the community.
Yeah.
And I think, going to your point, I had never seen that, where it was that level of engagement. I mean, of course, the manufacturers, they would, go to the brick and mortars and everything like that. They would do events and everything. But I think because of coronavirus, it actually opened up that door to them. Like, you know what? We need to rethink how we're engaging with the community. Yeah. And I think that's been kind of beneficial. If there's
to me, it's definitely beneficial. It kind of helped. For a while, I kind of seen like it was, I wouldn't say it was a dying hobby, but it was definitely just like, you wouldn't really hear about it too much. Nobody's like, if you have friends or whatever, like the conversation of cigars, like, oh, I know somebody. You would never hear somebody like nowadays. Now you hear like, oh, I know somebody that smokes cigars, or oh, I see this. Like, yeah, but it's been a lot, more of a boom, especially because COVID hit and everybody was at home smoking all day long. People trying stuff.
Yeah. Wow. So hopefully this trend, I hate calling it a trend, I mean, it's a new mechanism, it's a new tool that's being utilized now. Hopefully it continues, because one thing that I'm seeing, I'm seeing a lot more engagement outside of just the lounges themselves. I'm seeing a lot the Facebook groups. There's a lot more Facebook groups that are popping up, a lot more Instagram, groups that are popping up. Just this right here and connecting with the people. Sorry, I know right now we're actually streaming live on Instagram, speaking of, but I can't see the comments. So if you're making any comments on there, thank you for watching, and I'll definitely put this up. So. But it's just that level of connectivity.
Oh yeah, and just like how COVID, has boosted everything. It's like he says, more out there, more than just the lounges, like how we met, Oktoberfest. So there was, Oktoberfest. It's mainly a brew fest, beer, food, and very few like Sequoia Cigar. They were out there mostly as a tradition, and now doing more events. You see, so more events, people, sparking the interest.
Correct.
And then people, I've seen that before. I want to try it. Yeah. Like that. And so, I'm into craft beer, and I've been to a lot of brew fests before, and not too many of them. You see, a little cigar stand, nothing. But I see it more common now at, a food fest, a brew fest. Now you see like a cigar shop start setting up, interacting more with different crowds because mixes and flavors of people. They like variety. Everybody likes their pairing. Either wine, bourbon, beer.
Yes.
Like me, I'm a big like stogie and stout kind of guy.
Okay.
So. Just like how I told you about that, the pizza place, the plating mill.
Yes.
They would do a cigar night, and they'd have a tap out, try this beer, get a cigar.
Really? I did not know that.
Yeah.
Do they still do that?
COVID kind of killed that. That's the other thing, is certain things got killed because of that.
COVID.
So yeah.
I'm so over. Like I've been over this. Like it's been a year, and I'm over it.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure everybody's over.
Everybody's over, right? Let's just get back to normalcy and enjoying our cigars and give me my beer.
But you see a lot more. Gatherings of stuff like that now because of COVID too. Everybody's like, oh man, we never got to get together because of this. Let's just get together and let's smoke some cigars, drink some beer.
Yes.
Yeah, more social events. There you go.
There we go.
Yeah.
So I just looked at my watch. I shouldn't do that. It's not like you're boring me or I got something better to do.
You can yawn if you want. It's fine.
Just joking. So, unfortunately, you weren't able to go to PCA. Or no, sorry, I'm thinking
TPE?
of the future right now. Yes, TPE.
No.
But you are going somewhere within the next week.
Yes.
Well, probably. It'll be in the past when you guys are watching it because, of course, I got to do the editing and everything. But you're going to be going to
the Great Smoke.
The Great Smoke in Florida.
In Florida, yeah, West Palm Beach. It's put on by the Smokin'. They're a shop, online retailer. I'm pretty sure everybody can look them up. But the event's called Great Smoke. Okay. It's been going on for years and years, and I've been putting it off for a long time, and COVID hit, and I just told myself, gotta stop putting these things off. I've been wanting to go to this.
Yes.
Like that's just one of them, events that, I've seen, heard about, and I'm like, I gotta go. I gotta, finally. So that's why it's, cause last year they put it on, but it was a virtual event only just because of COVID.
Yes. Okay.
And the year before, cause it's always in February. So that was the last cigar event, big event in 2020. And then the next month, boom, everything got shut down.
Yeah.
So, and that was actually one I really wanted to go to, but then, everything got shut down, and then I was like, I'm gonna go, and the next year was the virtual event. And so this year, when they announced it, it's, live, they're gonna do a virtual and normal. It's at a fairground.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
So I know, like with the Big Smoke in Vegas, they give you like a coupon book of like the manufacturers, and then you get so many cigars and everything.
Yeah.
And then they have, you know, the food table, they have, you know, drinks, desserts, and then, you know, over the weekend they have like a panel where, you know, the manufacturers get up there and they'll talk and stuff like that. And do they do the same type of deal?
No, this is yes and no. So same thing, just like the big smoke. It's you know, go around, meet the manufacturers that are there, you get a cigar. They have, but it's more of a party.
Okay.
It's more of they have like live music. From what I've seen, the videos,
Yes.
you know, they post their videos all, you know, of, you know, all their ones from every year. They have music, food. They have like meet and greets, like giveaways, you know, all that. The stuff like the seminars and panels, they don't really do that.
Okay.
I know that, but I think that's probably just the main difference.
Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, it sounds like it's going to be a great time. Like,
Yeah. So.
Now, are you and your wife going to be
Yes,
going?
we're both going. Yeah.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
So you actually have a partner, a spouse,
Yes.
who actually enjoys smoking cigars with you?
Yeah, she dabbles here and there. She's not like a big, like she doesn't set out to it, but she enjoys them here and there.
Oh, nice.
So like casually. Like,
Now, do you mix your cigars? I already know the answer to this. But do you mix her cigars in with yours?
no, of course not. Come on.
Oh, man.
Yeah, everything she smokes is infused.
Yes.
So, which is nothing wrong with that. She, you know, and she's had a transition herself too. You know, she used to smoke just like the Tatianas, you know, mixed filler. Like they're, you know, it's a good, you know,
Yeah.
getting into whatever.
Groovy blue, yeah.
But now she likes a little bit higher quality, you know, tobacco, especially after a couple ones you gave her. So, you know.
Well, you know what? I mean, this whole culture is all about, you know, learning. It's about exploring. Cigars are just like wine or craft beer or anything that you enjoy for leisure and pleasure. I mean, there's so many different varietals out there. It's about exploring it, and you never know what you might like until you try it,
Yeah.
or not like until you try it.
Yeah, and it happens. There will be something you don't like.
Correct.
You're not gonna like everything.
No.
Unless you're that guy that, oh, I love everything. I love everything. You know, you love seeing everything. You love trying everything. You know, and no matter what, everything is good. Yeah. No, I've had bad ones. Believe me, I've had bad ones.
Yes, because it's all relative. It's all according to your palate.
Yeah,
and what you
everybody's
like.
palate's different. Yeah.
Correct.
Yeah. Some people like chocolate. Some people don't.
Texture, taste, smell. That's what it comes down to.
Yeah.
So, once again, I really want to thank you for coming on and giving a little bit of a insight into
anytime.
Carlos is. And hopefully I can get you on here on a more current basis.
Oh yeah, I'm plenty of time. It's just we're just chilling, relaxing.
Right?
It's the easiest thing to do.
Yes. But in the future, I would love for you to impart some of your knowledge.
Oh, sure.
Yeah. Using, you know, spills to light your cigars.
Oh, we could do that. Spills. The cedar sleeve. It has cedar sleeve. You don't even need a spill.
What's a cedar sleeve?
Cedar sleeve.
Oh, I'm learning something new right here. So on that note right there, remember everybody to keep smoking, keep enjoying, and keep learning, because we're all students of the leaf. Take care.